We've got two races coming to you today from our NASCAR 25 career mode. Kicking off here from Michigan, then we head to Pocono in Pennsylvania. This is going to be a fun episode. Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of our NASCAR 25 career mode here on the channel. I hope you're all having a great day as we take the Domino's number 15 Junior Motorsports Chevrolet to the track here at the 2-mile D-shaped oval. And, well, you know, we're getting closer and closer, it feels like every episode, to winning a race, a points race in the Cup Series. And I feel like, you know, well, we got two opportunities in today's episode to do it. I feel like this could be a very, very successful episode on the way for us in this number 15 team. We had some breaking news this weekend. Kyle Busch is going to be departing Richard Childress Racing following this season. He has made it official. It is currently unknown if he is going to retire or if he will be going to another team. Some news he said he will have to share at a later date, but it is confirmed. Kyle Busch is stepping out from Richard Childress Racing. RCR would confirm right off the bat Jesse Love will be in the number 8 next season for his first full-time season in NASCAR Cup Series competition as Denny Hamlin topped the board in practice alongside Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin still seeking that first win of the season. Hard to believe, but could today be his day here in Michigan or maybe as well going into Pocono as we of course got to focus in on qualifying here, and we were kind of lacking a little bit of speed in practice, so a little bit concerned on how that was going to go here into now qualifying and seeing if we were even going to be able to, of course, get a top 10, top 15. Seems like a little bit of a stretch right now, and it is just full throttle through the corners, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You never lift here in qualifying at least, and it's just about pure raw speed in the corners and, of course, down the straightaways as well. And as we exit turn 4, heading down this front straightaway to the start-finish line, we're going to end up in 25th. So, yeah, I mean, we got a ways to go. Denny Hamlin on pole over Hendrick, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Great efforts right there for the HMS team. Now, as you see, the rest of your top 20 rounded out by the legacy team of Jones and Nemechek. There we are smack dab in the middle of the 20s there in 25th. And at the bottom of the grid, you got Josh Bilicki's number 66. So as we come through to the grid Sunday afternoon, knowing we got our work cut out for us, and if we're going to win in today's episode, it's not going to be right here in Michigan, I don't think. I think we got some work cut out for us, like I said, but I think that this is one of those tracks where we're probably going to be able to run a lot better than what we qualified just because of the draft and, you know, probably getting pushed by other people as well. And let's find out as we get ready to take the green flag. Here we go. We are racing from Michigan International Speedway from the 25th starting position. 11 laps of racing here in this first and opening stage, and Denny Hamlin will lead the field to green into turn number 1 alongside the number 9 of Chase Elliott. William Byron in 3rd, Chase Elliott as well as you got the likes of Buescher up there, Bubba Wallace. Wallace still looking for his first win of this entire series. 23-11 is number 1 in this series, which is absolutely insane to think about here now. But of course, we know the way the AI ratings are. It does make sense when you think about it in that fashion. But as we roll through 3 here and off turn 4 down this front straightaway, side by side with the 7 of Daniel Suarez, you got the 21 of Barry, the 38 of Zane Smith, all in front of us, Connor Zilish, and that Trackhouse jockey number 99 up there on the outside as we head down into turn number 1, as we're going to actually make a 3 wide here and got a little bit tight right there on the entrance of the corner, so I had to lift and kind of stunted my momentum right there, and we're going to be 3 wide on the exit of turn 2 as well down this back straightaway. Big shove coming though from the 16 of AJ Allmendinger as we head down towards turn number 3. Hamlin continues to lead in the purple Yahoo colors this weekend with that 17 of Buescher up there putting some pressure on him, but not really many big gains going on here in the opening couple of laps, but not too worried now. I mean, we're just, kind of stuck on the inside. I feel like we're going to thrive when we can move up the racetrack a little bit. And we had AJ Allmendinger now to my inside here, lap 4. But we split the middle between him and the 60 of Priest. But we all kind of lose momentum there. And now we've got help coming from the number 1 Kubota Chevrolet of Ross Chastain to give us a big push down this back straightaway but still only maintaining 22nd place into turn 3. But right here, this is where our car seems to really thrive. We can really send it into the corner and let it just stick all the way through the higher I run up the racetrack. So it seems to be, yeah, if we're on the inside, we're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here in this race. But if we're in this lane right here, this felt like the money lane, and then I kind of almost diamond effected, just go down the racetrack towards the exit of the corner. But unfortunately, sometimes you are forced to the inside. But as these laps are going on, it seems like it was actually starting to work out. I was passing now the 20 of Bell, who's having a abysmal run right here in Michigan, working on passing the 43 for Legacy Motor Club's Eric Jones as well. And we're continuing halfway through the stage to just make these small little gains early on here as we actually get taken 3 wide. Bell caught me off guard, shot to the middle, and he and both Eric Jones are going to clear us, but I don't think it's going to last long. I think we'll have another opportunity to pass them back, as you can just see how good I can roll right now this center of the corner. And at this point, as the laps go on, it feels like I can run lower on the track and still roll the center of the corner a lot better than some of my competitors.
One up high.
And you see that come into fruition, passing the 20 of Bell, rolling up to the side of the number 8 of Kyle Busch right here down this back straightaway. We, of course, now got the news he will not be in that number 8 next season. So there's a couple silly season drivers still to kind of figure out their ride. Kyle Busch being one of them, Alex Bowman being the other. And speaking of Alex Bowman, there he is right there in front of us as we are now passing the 22 of Joey Logano. We would clear him through 3 and off of turn 4. As Hamlin coming up on just 2 to go in the stage still leads. I think it's Bubba Wallace actually up there with him in P2. I can confirm it is. And now around the outside here, passing the 2 of Cindric. We're not going to be top 10 in stage 1, but man, we have made some fantastic progress and just continuing to go forward, approaching the final lap of the stage now to the outside of this 48 of Alex Bowman. We'll pass him with 1 lap to go here in stage 1. We're then going to focus in on running down this 54 of Ty Gibbs, and big shove from the 48 of Alex Bowman just helps my speed so much, and we would get right up to the back of the 54 in towards turn 3 for the final time here in stage 1. We should be able to get this 54. We are just rolling this 3rd lane, and off of turn 4 we will get Ty Gibbs. Denny Hamlin hangs on, wins stage 1 over the number 23 of Bubba Wallace. It's not going to be stage points, but a very, very impressive stage 1 as we gained over 10 positions to move up into P12. So started 25th, end up 12th. That sets us up very promising going into stage 2. And we kind of talked about it earlier. Didn't really think we had that speed, but clearly we got some speed in it as we'll come into the pits here for 4 tires and feel in. I am going to make a wedge adjustment because you notice our wedge is at 46, so there's still some room to go further down to 45 flat. That's what we end up doing as we get ready to go green for stage 2. Denny Hamlin looking to capitalize here now and get that first win still this season. Here we go. Green flag is back out from Michigan International Speedway. Stage 2 is going to be 18 laps, so there will be a pit stop necessary in stage 2. Now, we were green all through stage 1, not a single yellow for cause. So the question is, will we see that here in Michigan for stage 2? Now, sometimes you kind of see trends, right? There's not always, but there is sometimes a trend where you have a really clean stage 1 and 2, and then a chaotic stage 3, or vice versa. You'll get a chaotic stage 1 and a stage 2, and then you'll get a really calm stage 3. As of right now, it seems like we're leaning towards the first option. You know, very calm stage 1 and stage 2 now as we're going 3 wide to the outside now, right to the outside of the 77 of Hocevar. Very close quarters right there, and going to try to suck up to the back of the number 12 of Ryan Blaney. Denny Hamlin up in the front. He's under attack right now by the number 6 of Brad Keselowski, as Reddick's going to split through the middle here into turn number 1 as we'll continue to roll this 3rd lane. We're going to go 4 wide into the middle, bit of contact with the 45, and we kind of lift it back out of that, and I think we made a good decision because the 45 ends up into the side of the 12. Bell to my inside, and unfortunately we hadn't really gone anywhere, so we're still running about 14th. Come lap 3 of the stage, Hamlin's dropped to 2nd behind the 6, and Briscoe as well looking to take P2 away from the Yahoo number 11 of Denny Hamlin now as we continue on here, just trying to hold on with this top 10 group and getting a big push here from the 22 Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford Mustang of Joey Logano, and eventually we clear both Blaney and Reddick into turn 1, and now we're up to P12 right on the back of 11th and 10th here of Bell and his teammate of Ty Gibbs. And as we move back up to this 3rd lane, we're starting to make some gains again here. Now the 3 wide in front of us. I'm going to stay in line with the Raptor 24 of William Byron, but unfortunately, you see, he kind of pulled away briefly now, as we would now then go to the inside of the 54 of Ty Gibbs and eventually clear him here into turn 3 on lap 5. Denny Hamlin's gotten himself back out in front here in Michigan over Briscoe. Chase Elliott, your top 3 now, and everybody else is just absolutely scrapping. All the positions continue to shuffle. Kyle Larson would then get up to P2. So Christopher Bell had worked his way up to 3rd. I had just watched him drive through the field, and I had watched Elliott and Briscoe fade, and now we're passing Chase Briscoe. We're going to clear him on the exit of turn 4. That shows you how much the position shuffled. Denny Hamlin's in. Hamlin's pitting early, but he can make it from here. You can make it if you pit now. So Hamlin's saying, hey, I'm not letting anybody undercut me. So as we come through to the end of lap 10, Buscher is going to get to my inside, but we're coming in as well for a pit stop here for 4 tires and field, getting into the back of the 17. You notice I forgot to do something? I forgot to request a pit stop, but to my luck, they would still do 4 tires in field. There is sometimes, I don't know if it's track dependent or what, but there is times where if you forget to request a pit stop, you come in, they will still service the car. We got really lucky on that one. That's a gift, because that would have ruined my race if they did not service the cars. So we just got very, very lucky. Now we'll get back out on the racetrack with a big push from behind from the number 60 of Ryan Preece. Right now, Cole Custer is out in front in the number 41 Haas Automation Chevrolet. Now as we'll come up out behind the number 8 of Kyle Busch. I guess it's a Ford, sorry, for the 41 in this game as we head down into turn 3. So now, I mean, we've been undercut by a few cars, but we do have a lot of cars behind us pushing us ahead, and that would make a big difference. That would allow me to get to the back and to the outside of Kyle Busch, and we're going to get to him, alongside him, and clear him all in the span of just 1 corner. And after everything had cycled through, we would get up to P11, passing the 48, and Denny Hamlin, well, of course, the first one to pit would be in control of this race as we cut straight to 2 laps to go in the stage, where unfortunately we had actually lost ground to the cars in front, and now we're battling with Buscher and Wallace for these 11th through 13th positions with just a couple laps to go. And as we now head down the back straightaway on this final lap, Bubba Wallace actually comes right up to the back of me, and actually I just turned sideways into the wall, allowing him to the inside into turn 3, but we should be able to stay ahead. It might be a bit of a drag race, but Denny Hamlin wins stage 2. He sweeps the first 2 stages down the front straightaway. Wallace is going to get us. 10th place crosses the line. It's going to be Ty Gibbs, it looks like, for the final stage point. And we end up in 12th, which that was quite disappointing, because I thought we expected a lot better. We finished where we, of course, ended stage 1, and I expected to be in the top 10 comfortably in stage 2, and it just didn't quite happen. So going into the 3rd and final stage, of course, we're going to pit again for 4 tires and fuel, but obviously no adjustments left to be made. We're just going to have to get up on the wheel and go. We're going to kind of have to have that dog in us a little bit now as we get ready to go. Denny Hamlin's going to control the field, the pace. Once again, green flag is out. The 3rd and final stage is underway here from Michigan International Speedway, the only NASCAR track I've ever been to, by the way, as it's going to be 21 laps of racing. So 21 laps of racing, that's a one-stop race. You got 11 laps of fuel on a full tank. So you are going to at least want to go to lap 39 before you come into the pits, or well, really lap 40. You want to be pitting coming to 40. That would take you to 11 laps to go as we head down this back stretch now. So it's going to be interesting to watch this play out over the course of this final stage. Not a single accident so far here from Michigan in the first 2 stages, which tells me we're probably going to see some chaos here in stage 3 to the outside of the 54 as we head down the front stretch. Through to the inside goes the 17 Fastenal forward of Chris Buscher. We're just in behind Logano now. We got Tyler Reddick coming up behind us. He's hopefully going to give us a big shove. No, he does not, actually. He just kind of stays put, but a foot or 2 off my back bumper now as Alex Bowman there to the inside's working his way forward. Now he's crashing. Oh my goodness, what a close call that was, and big impact there for the 48. First caution for cause is out here in the 3rd and final stage with 20 laps to go. We are not even close to a fuel window, so of course we're all going to stay out and just jump right into the next restart. You do have to wonder what Alex Bowman's situation is going to be. Is he going to have speed or not? I'm leaning towards probably not, but he lost a lot of positions before that caution came out, so we're probably not going to know. We probably won't see him, so we'll wait and see where he ends up finishing. I mean, I guess if he has the speed, we know he's up towards around a top 15 to a top 10 car, so he'll drive back up here nonetheless, as we exit turn 2 on the first restart from an accident here today, we got the 2 of Cindric down this back straightaway, who's going to clear us on the run into turn number 3 now. 17 laps to go, so obviously this changes the fuel situation a little bit. I mean, it makes it a little less close on fuel because, of course, we were able to save fuel under yellow. We'll be able to, of course, kill some laps under yellow, be able to run a little bit further, so this makes things a little bit easier. We'll probably pit with 9 or 10 laps to go. We'll take the fuel, we'll take whatever tires we need at the time, and then we'll go to the end of the race. So we'll wait and see how this all works out. But Denny Hamlin has lost the lead to Hendrick Motorsports, Byron and Larson. William Byron to the lead, Larson to P2. Bit of contact there with the number 19 of Chase Briscoe. Caution again behind, and it was actually the 45. Tyler Reddick going around. Caution is out again. We didn't even get 2 complete laps in right there. But again, we were outside of the fuel window, so we all stay out and get ready to go green one more time here now. And I talked about the chaos, and here we go, back underway again from Michigan now, and it's going to be Byron and Larson leading with 13 laps to go, so we're still just outside that fuel window. But of course, we got 8 laps of fuel. If we want right now, we could run to what, lap 46. We could run to 5 laps to go if we want to, when originally earlier we were going to be pitting around, you know, the end of 39, coming to 40, maybe stretch it to 41. Well, now we can go to 46 if we want to, but obviously you don't really, I don't know, I would not recommend going that far because I expect all these guys around us are going to pit a little bit earlier in this run. Really, as soon as they know they're good to go to the end, they're probably going to start shuffling into the pits. So obviously you want to pit with cars here in Michigan because the draft is more important in this era of the NASCAR Cup Series at Michigan than it ever has been. So it is crucial to have the draft as we head down into turn 1 and trying to break finally into the top 10. I think we're going to do it to the outside of the 20, and no bit of contact there on the door with the 20. Bell kind of plowed up into the side of me. Fortunately, doesn't turn into anything now, as Wallace clears down this back stretch, but with help from the 2 of Cindric into turn number 3, we will find ourselves into the top 10 here from Michigan and continuing to work our way forward into P9, passing that 23. Chris Buescher, former winner here in Michigan, to the lead now over Chase Elliott and William Byron. Hamlin continues to drop back. We just passed Hamlin. He was way on the outside. He drops in behind both the 23 and the 20 as well. We're 3 wide in the middle right now. Kyle Larson on my right side, Gibbs was on my left. We passed both of them, and we continue to march our way forward now as, hold on, I think we got pit stops. Hocevar's in. Carson Hocevar pitting all on his own. And at this point now, 10 laps to go. You do not want to wait long as we're going to be 3 wide on the run into turn 1. We are going to get the pit stop in now. So we're going to take 1 can of fuel, or maybe a can and a half, and then we're going to do 4 tires because we're going to have 9 laps of racing. We'll take 4 tires, and we'll push hard until the end of this race here now as we sail it off into turn 1, right to the back of the 17 and the 24. Chase Elliott leads. We're going to be 4 wide down the back straightaway on the lap that, by the way, we're pitting this lap as we head towards turn 3. Now, fortunately, the 23 and the 6 will clear me into the corner, so I can now cross over to the inside now, right on the nose of the 20 of Christopher Bell as we roll through 3 and off of turn 4 down this front straightaway. We're going to pit with the 24 and the 6 of Keselowski at least. Into the pits we go, and we'll come in, we'll get our 4 tires, but there's a problem. Look, by the time my right side's got done, oh boy, the 24, the 6, the 22, everybody's passing me, and it becomes immediately apparent that everybody's taking 2 tires and I'm taking 4. That's it. We made the wrong call. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think we can overcome the situation that we're in. So I think we just ruined our race, unfortunately, as we continue here to lap 42. And without a caution, we got no chance. And as everyone was continuing to pit, Chase Elliott was actually staying out really long here. But everybody that was coming into the pits, unfortunately, was taking 2 tires and coming out in front of me. So we clearly made the wrong call. And as this was happening, I was thinking, I was like, I think I made the same mistake last season at Michigan. Chase Elliott pits, and oh my goodness, has he given up time. Chase Elliott's going to be coming out behind me. So Chase Elliott was leading at the start of the pit cycle. At the end of it, as I exit turn 2, he is going to be dead last, P40 here, as Alex Bowman has yet to come into the pits right now. He's coming to 2 laps to go. And Alex Bowman, however, I can confirm, of course, he did bring out a yellow earlier. He is not going to make it. He's actually going to pit this lap. So Bowman comes in, relinquishes the lead to none other than, of course, somehow the 24 of William Byron, who always seems to find himself out in front of these races when it matters most. He is now out front at this point now as Chase Elliott's going to get to my outside here and pass me, unfortunately, into turn number 1 and with 2 laps to go, but obviously it doesn't really matter at this point. We made the wrong call, and now we're just focused in on Pocono at this point now. William Byron comes to the final lap. We got a crash. Ty Dillon into the outside wall, but it doesn't come soon enough. That's going to end the race. Race over. We end up in an embarrassing 35th place as William Byron wins over Bubba Wallace. Denny Hamlin finds another way to lose a race. Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 10 with Carson Hocevar as well, as you'll see the rest of your finishing order. And William Byron joins the elite group of Bell and Larson at 4 wins apiece. The big 3 continues to thrive as we gave up a ton of points. I will not show the points right now. We'll show the updated points at the end of the episode. But now we got to go into Pocono and accept what just happened, accept the mistake we made. Also, pit crew members of the Going channel, Christian Valentin, crew chief on the 24, and the first toilet tire changer with wins for them. That's, of course, their 4th wins of the season as well. So shout out to them as we come through straight into qualifying here from Pocono. And obviously frustrated with what just kind of played out, and that's, yeah, I mean, I don't even know, I mean, we made the wrong call. I made the same mistake last season, and I didn't even think about it, and then I make the same mistake again this season. Should have taken 2 tires. If we took 2 tires, we're not going to win that race, but we're going to be top 10. And we just threw away a ton of points because we did not score any stage points. So we only scored 2 points in Michigan because of that fumble. And hopefully we can have a bounce-back weekend here in Pocono. And that starts off with a good qualifying effort, which I think this is a top 15 lap time. And actually, it's going to be a P4. Row 2, oh boy. How about that? That's a career high. Denny Hamlin on pole over William Byron, Elliott, then myself, Larson round out the top 5. Briscoe rounds out the top 10. And you'll see the rest of your qualifying order. And all of a sudden, as disappointed as I just was, I realize now we might have a shot to get our first win, genuinely have a shot to get our first Cup Series win here today. So as we come through one more time into the tricky triangle here from Pocono Raceway, and very, very hopeful this is going to work out with this target. Number 15, Junior Motorsports Chevrolet here, and it's all going to be just about execution, and I'm confident this team can do it now here today. Let's just not make the wrong pit calls, and let's get ready to go. Denny Hamlin, William Byron lead the field to green here now, and we are underway at the Great American Getaway 400 now from row 2. A career-high starting position in this number 15 at least now. 7 laps in stage 1, which means we can, in fact, make it to the end of the stage. We don't need to worry about pitting here. Just like Michigan, we can basically go all out in stage 1. Hamlin leads the way through turn number 1. Of course, only 3 turns technically here in Pocono. They like to claim at least, so we'll call it a 3-turn racetrack today. Larson, I mean, he's 3 lanes over to the left right here as we head down towards the tunnel turn. It's a ton of Hendrick Motorsports, and of course we have an alliance with Hendrick Motorsports here at JRM, so it's almost like we got 4 Hendrick cars up here in the mix as well. As we head down into turn number 3, Hamlin's got the field covered so far on this opening lap. Could today be the day where Hamlin wins? Maybe, just maybe. Now, honestly, anybody other than Larson, Byron, or Bell, I'll be happy because I'm tired of seeing them win. They have won 12 races combined so far. It's absolutely insane as we are lacking straight line speed. Into turn 1, Hamlin's around into the outside wall, airborne, goes to 11, caution out on just lap 2. Denny Hamlin, it just can't stop. The luck is horrific. Into the outside wall, and the caution is out. Everybody's going to stay out, obviously, and get ready for the restart, where we will again line up in P4, row 2, on the outside. Chase Elliott now in control for this restart alongside Kyle Larson here, as we are going to go back racing once more here this episode now, and it looks like we're getting the opposite of what we just had in Michigan. It's a chaotic start here now as it cuts straight through to lap 5. That one yellow on lap 2 brings us to just 3 laps to go here in stage number 1, and Keselowski's to the inside as we sail it off into turn number 1, as Kyle Larson's going to fade a little bit here on this restart now as we head down Long Pond straightaway. Here comes that number 23 of Bubba Wallace, giving us a shot to the back bumper on that run towards the tunnel turn. Byron to the inside, and Christopher Bell kind of nowhere to be found, just like Michigan there a race ago. Now is 6 and the 5 very close together there on the exit of the tunnel turn. We drop down now into the 5th position, coming to just 2 laps to go here in this first opening stage. Now as the 6 is sliding, around goes Keselowski. He collects Larson. Big impact on the outside. While we avoid it, we get P3. Stage 1 is over. We had a lap and 3/4 of green flag racing, and the stage is over. Chase Elliott wins the stage. Byron and others, including myself, are electing to not pit. I think this is the right call. We have seen at times this season staying out at the end of these stages has been the right call, and we have been doing the opposite. We've been pitting and it hasn't worked out. So this time we're gonna gamble on staying out and see if this works out. So all of a sudden it's now William Byron and myself the front row, Briscoe, Blaney, Hocevar, your top 5 as we head down that long front straightaway into turn number 1. This time though, we double the distance of the stage. We've got 16 laps here in stage 2 compared to the 8 that we just ran. I mean, 8 laps in stage 1, but we only ran about a lap and 3/4 under green. It was absolutely absurd. Now, will we see more green flag racing here in stage 2, or are we going to see more of a similarity to that first and opening stage? Ryan Blaney gives us a big shot down into the tunnel turn. Definitely struggling to carry speed on the restarts here, but you can see I'm struggling in a straight line quite a bit. And then in the corners, here's where the big strength of this car is, right here in the center of turn 3. I can roll the center of turn 3 better than anybody else right now, so that's going to be crucial, especially at the end of this race. And I feel like as well, turn 1, I can roll through the center of turn 1 and off that corner better than anybody else also there. So we are kind of beating everybody on 2 parts of the racetrack. The tunnel turn, we're pretty dead even, but the problem is we're losing down the straightaway. So we're losing ground on every straightaway, but we're gaining big time ground in the center of 1 and off, and the center of 3 and off as well. And as these laps are progressing, I mean, look at this. End of lap 2 of the stage, we drove right up to the 24, but then as you can see, he would start to drive away again. But it was pretty clear that William Byron and myself are at least faster than everybody else in our vicinity right now, because we had now opened up a 3/4 of a second gap to the 3rd place car of Chase Briscoe. So at this point now, we're just going to continue to drive away, hopefully, here from this group of cars behind us. It would kind of keep us honest. You can see now Briscoe is still only about half a second back from myself. Blaney is now moved into 4th, and Hocevar is battling with Keselowski for a top 5 spot, but the fuel light has come on, so we're going to have to come into the pits here momentarily, which is not what I want to really see, as we've already got drivers in the pits now, but I am not sure what the fuel situation is, because I had not been paying attention to fuel at this point now. I mean, we've been having caution after caution, so I don't know if we pit now, if we can make it to the end of the stage or not, but as we come into the pits, we have no choice. So Byron's in, myself, Briscoe, Blaney, Keselowski, Hocevar, you name it, we're all coming in here, and we'll get 4 tires, and we'll get some fuel, and we'll get ready to go. It's going to be a 16.1 second stop, and actually we come out pretty well where we were behind that 24 originally before we floored it into the pit lane, so that actually works out pretty well. So as we rejoin the racetrack, hold on, here comes Hocevar. Hocevar pitted an additional lap early, and he's going to roll up right to my back bumper, but he's not going to pass us. William Byron's around on the exit of turn 1. Caution's out. Byron, who's leading, well, would be the net leader, spins out. 11th on up has to pit now, because they were the ones that, of course, pitted after the stage ended, and now they all have to pit, which means Byron and myself are going to shift back to the front of this race. That worked out pretty well. I don't know if the 24 is going to be lacking speed or not, but what I do know is that caution will guarantee us getting to the end of the stage here. So as we go back racing from P2, where are we going to be? It's going to be 6 laps to go. So we're going to easily be able to make it on field. That's not even close now. So we don't have to worry about that here in stage 2. But there's still some concerns going into stage 3 because keep in mind, once again, we still have a little bit different of a strategy than those top 11 cars that we just saw come into the pits. And it could be the right strategy that we're on, or it could be the complete wrong strategy. Nonetheless, William Byron clear down Long Pond straightaway. Hocevar going to give us a big shove here down towards the tunnel turn as Briscoe's in the background battling with Christopher Bell, who seems to be becoming a bit more relevant here this episode, right to the back of the 24, but the run dies out. Can't get alongside him. But we know again where we are strongs right here into turn 3, but I go too high up the racetrack, and that completely kills the momentum. So in reality, I don't really gain anything on the 24 there, and we're gonna have to just fire this thing back up. And on the run into turn 1, Blaney's gonna get alongside me, but crashing in the background. The 19 of Briscoe's around. Caution is out here again, and that ends the stage. That is stage over. We end up second, scoring 9 points. William Byron scores 10. Your point leader continues to thrive, and oh boy, we got split strategy again. Staying out has worked so far. I'm going to stay out. I'm going to keep doing what the 24 and the 12 is doing. Hocevar is going to pit. Several others come into the pits as well. So as we get ready to go green for the third and final stage, we are here. We are in the mix. It's all going to be about strategy and how this final stage plays out. 17 laps to go. You might notice I've had no replays of the cautions or like TV cameras of the cautions in this race. I quite simply, after the race, forgot to get the replay cameras. I hit the A button like from the race results to the next screen by accident when I meant to hit the replay button. So yeah, that's my bad. But nonetheless, out of turn 1, William Byron again clear. It's pretty obvious that the 24 might be the strongest one here, and I say that, but I mean, we have been right there with them. We've had the speed, but over the course of a run, we have seen that 24 be able to stretch out just a little bit of a gap. So we're going to need to dig down deep and find a little bit something extra if we're going to compete with the 24 for the win here in Pocono. Clearing Blaney on the exit of turn 3, right to the back again of the 24, but that run dies before I even get to his back bumper, so we stay put again here in P2, but big shot coming from the 12 now of Ryan Blaney. 16 laps to go. The question is again, what's the fuel situation look like? It's going to be tight if it was to stay green from here, which I don't anticipate it doing, but if it did, it would be really, really tight on fuel. And I can tell you right now, no matter what happens, if Byron pits early, whatever, we are going to stretch the field as far as possible before we come into the pits, just in case we see a green flag run go all the way to the end, and even at that point we're going to be in trouble. And look at this, 2 laps of fuel already coming to the end of lap 28. Behind me in my mirror, Ryan Blaney's coming in, Bell and others are coming in. So if you pit now, you're not going to make it, I don't think. So as we head down towards turn number 1, you can see we're now planning a pit stop, and it's 10 laps of fuel is all you can get out of a full fuel tank, and there's 12 laps to go. So those guys, yeah, if you just pitted, you're not making it. You need a caution. If we get 1 yellow, you can make it. Byron comes in at the end of lap 29. He's not going to be able to make it. That 24 can't make it. We see others come in as well. I'm going to run 1 more lap, which will take us to that 10 lap to go number. And that should allow us to make it to the end of this race as we head down into turn 1, and you can hear me clutch. Engine goes silent, just saving a little bit of fuel here to make sure I can get to the end of the lap. We come in at the end of this lap. We'll get 4 tires. We'll get fuel. This time, 4 tires is going to be the right call. Can confirm, thankfully. So we'll get the 4 tires on. It's still going to be probably a 16.4, a little bit slower actually than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping for like a 16 flat to a 16.1. But as we exit, who are we racing? Right now, we're the net leader, and it's going to be, okay, Ryan Blaney, not William Byron. What happened to the 24? Byron's going to be well behind us. Blaney passes us. Here comes the 20, and I can see chaos in the background as Larson and others are coming into the pits now as well. So we as well have a bit of an issue. So as Bell clears me, I would realize that as we were coming to 9 laps to go, I only had 8 laps of fuel on the car. It advertised that I would have 10 laps of fuel. I only have 8 laps of fuel. You just saw it switch there. 8 laps of fuel coming to 9 laps to go. We are short on fuel still, so we're going to have to keep saving. We are going to come out with Oh my goodness, Carson Hocevar is coming out of the pits in front of us. He can guaranteed make it. Hocevar can absolutely make it to the end of this race. There is a lot of drivers that will not make it, but Hocevar is one guaranteed to make it to the end. We need to start clutching. You can hear me just engine silent there. We are saving fuel. I know for a fact Blaney cannot make it. Bell cannot make it. Buscher behind me, I don't think he can make it. He's a bit more questionable. Hocevar guaranteed going to the end. Could today be the day Hocevar wins? Are we about to find a way to lose this race because for some reason we finally go green in the final stage? And staying out at the end of stage 2 might cost us this race. We are getting up on the wheel down this front straightaway here with Hocevar and the 17. I am racing the 17 like I'm racing for the win right now, or 77, sorry, not the 17. But we're at 6 laps of fuel with 7 laps to go. We are going to have to save fuel for the remainder of this race, but we cannot let the 77 get away, because if we do, he will go on to win. I think Bell's pitting. I think Christopher Bell is pitting early. We clear Hocevar. Oh, that was close with the 20, but he's coming in. So is Wallace. So now clear of the 77. We are the effective race leader because, again, like I said, Blaney, he's not even going to be close. Buscher, like I said, will be close, but I don't think he's going to make it. So I'm not too worried about the 17, but I am worried about that 77. So coming to 5 laps to go. We're down to 4 laps of fuel. We just got to keep saving. Here comes Blaney. Blaney is in. We have put a gap on the 77. I have run down the 17, and we continue to save hard here into turn number 1 with 5 laps remaining in this race, just saving little by little. Now, we know when the fuel hits 0 laps, as actually my crew chief calls me, and I say, no, we're going for it. When the fuel hits 0 laps, you can usually get maybe 3/4 of a lap extra out of it, so it's not the end of the world. We're just going to keep saving fuel. Coming to 3 laps to go. The warning light for 2 laps of fuel is on the car. That's a concern. Now 3 laps to go here in Pocono. Now Ty Gibbs, I believe, just came in. Hocevar is quite a ways behind, but we're going to have to go into hardcore save here at this point now. And now I'm even saving into the tunnel turn, backing my pace way down as Chris Buscher. Can he make it? We're about to find out. He's moving over to the left side, meaning he's going to pit. Coming to 2 laps to go. We take the lead. Keselowski's through into P2. I have no clue if he can make it. We know Hocevar can. We are very 50-50 on if we're going to make it or not, and we have gone into hardcore save through the tunnel turn. A lap and a half to go. Here comes Keselowski and Hocevar saving again into turn 3. Keselowski signals pitting. He stayed to the inside. He's going to go through, coming to the final lap into the pits. It's going to be between me and Carson Hocevar. 1 lap to go in Pocono. Do we have enough fuel? 0 laps of fuel as we cross the stripe. I don't think this is going to happen. Here comes Carson Hocevar, both of us racing for our first wins. He gets to the back of us. We clutch in. 1 last bit of saving, but now we have no choice. We gotta go. We need to try and put a gap in case we run out of fuel and have a little bit of hope. If we run out of turn 3, we might be okay because we know how much stronger we are than Hocevar through turn 3. But here he comes. He shows the nose. We cover him off into the tunnel turn. One more time. Who's gonna get here first? We gap him by a few car lengths. The car still has fuel in it. No sputtering yet as we head down into turn 3 one more time. No more saving. Send it. Open up a gap, and we're going to pull 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths on the 77 out of turn 3. We're going to do it. We're out. We're out of field down the front straightaway, but we're going to do it. We finally win a NASCAR Cup Series race in Pocono. Can you believe it? In the most dramatic fashion possible. Unbelievable. We have finally won a points race, and what a roll. What a way to come back after the massive fumble in Michigan, and we do what Denny Hamlin did, what Ryan Blaney has done, winning their first career races at Pocono Raceway. I cannot believe we actually just pulled that off. It was not easy. That was hardcore fuel saving. I mean, we ran out of turn 3. And I knew I needed to have a gap on the 77. Otherwise, if I didn't have that gap, he was going to pass me. So, I mean, that's got to be heartbreaking if you're a Hocevar fan. I cannot believe it, man. Man, that was so close. And I am just so delighted that we just pulled off that victory. As you see the rest of the finishing order, what a wild race, a massive shuffle in the finishing order because of course, the fuel situation and the points situation as well. William Byron still, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, those kind of big three drivers still kind of running business here. But even for us, though, I mean, we fumbled so hard in Michigan that even after winning, we really don't see like these huge gains in the points. So obviously we have proven we can win. And I think this is the start of something that's going to continue throughout the rest of the season. We got road courses on the way. I think we are about to have an opportunity to go win 2, 3, 4 races here before we even get to the chase. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.